Hey everybody. This is my response to a question about the role of women in church. Um, Growing up in a Catholic school with nuns who like to wield rulers of various sizes and materials, wood, plastic, metal, you name it. Um, I had great respect um, from first grade to eighth grade, Sister Agatha. Um, and it confused me, to be honest with you, that I'd have so many nuns would play a role in my education as I was when I was younger, but then they wouldn't really participate in anything when I became an altar boy, starting in sixth grade through eighth grade. Um, and then again, when I went to a Jesuit prep school, which was all boys in San Francisco, um, women worked there, but they were lay women, and everybody else was a priest. Um, so it's always been something that's confused me a little bit, and has made me wonder. Well, there's a lot of things about religion as I've gotten older that made me wonder how they just they're not getting with the times in terms of um, the roles women have in our society and in almost every other facet of life, except literally in the Catholic Church. And I know that's different for different religions, but I can only really talk about my experience. And I 100% absolutely see the opposite in terms of women in sports. I'm a huge proponent of women in sports, as you read in one of my forums. My last assistant, when I left Hawaii, I fought really hard and got her the head coaching job at Oregon State. I have two of my former swimmers. One's an assistant at San Jose State. One's an assistant in Florida. Um, so I think it's great to have women in leadership roles for other women. I really don't understand when I see combined programs that have both men and women and have no women on the pool deck, and it's all men, and I just don't I'm clueless how that works, to be honest with you. I mean, it's the communication. I think is so vital between women in authority and women athletes. I think there's just a little bit different way women communicate with women, both positive and negative sometimes. But I think you have to have those gender role models within sport. And so, I think it's something that as I got older as a coach and looked around more and more on the pool deck and realized more and more that it's really not changing, and there's really not a whole lot of women who want to try and take on the sacrifices in a lot of ways, and I think a lot of that has to do with how society views women and their role as moms, which is changing. I mean, a lot in the last decade. Um, and so I think that's you're going to see an increase in that. I think you're going to see different things, and I think a lot of that mirrors what society's doing now, and sometimes that takes a while to catch up in athletics. Athletics is slow to adapt in a lot of ways, and I think you can see that through how Title IX legislation has been adapted as well. Um, so and that was brought up in a video too. So that's my opinion. I think women should be in the highest leadership roles in every aspect of society. All right, you guys, have a great night.